My name is Michael DeLu, and I am one of the 3 amazing hosts of the Jumpoff Los Angeles. Before I get into anything, anything at all, I want to tell everybody to subscribe, like this video, drop a comment, tell us how much you love us, tell us how much I'm handsome, how she's beautiful, how he's wavy, all of the above. Tell us how you love our content. X, Y, and Z goes a long way. I want to shout out the people behind the scenes that you guys can't see, but I can see them very well. They're a big part of what we do. Juju, 25, they're managers, they make everything work. Our production crew, because that's what they are, Caitlin, Jordan, David, love you guys for everything you do. And we're the Jumpoff Los Angeles. Our special guest today, yes sir, we official like a whistle. Yes, the man himself, press it again. Romo, how you living? What's good with you?
What's going on? What's good?
What's new for you?
Shit.
No, before that, what's the first thing you want to say to your fans, the people, your day one homies who supported you, the people you're rocking with now?
Man, shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for fucking with me. I can curse on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fucking with me, listening to my music and everything, supporting the whole movement goes a long way, like my boy said.
I feel it.
Sure.
So talk about how you got to where you're at now, and talk about the steps it took for you to get involved in music and X, Y, and Z, all this.
Well, I started making beats in like 2012, like early 2012, I think. Going into freshman year of high school around that time.
Got you.
Just on some fun shit, like just bored, like I'm gonna start making music. And I like got addicted to it. I was just doing that shit every day, like coming home from school early, making beats all day. Waking up like early in the morning and just making beats for like 12 hours straight, and then just doing that shit every day. I just like got addicted to it. And I didn't really even know like what a producer, I didn't know what being a music producer was. I just really like making music. It was just cool for me. So like yeah, it was like 2012. And then nigga got real good at it. Like beats got kinda good. But I wasn't telling nobody that I was making beats, you feel me? I was just doing it. And then one day I just told one of the homies, I was
What'd you tell?
My homie AD.
Okay, that's my manager.
Oh yeah.
You got a big ass head.
Dude, his head is big.
Weird ass nigga.
Yeah. That's the homie though.
That's my homie too, yeah.
I just told him, I was like, yeah bro, I make beats. And then I played him, I think I played him some of them or something, and he was like, bro, like you should like do that, like you should be a producer. And then I started looking into it and like finding out what producers do and shit. And then I just got into producing from there.
Okay. That's incredible. So name some of the artists you work with that, for those who don't know. I know.
Rucci.
Okay.
That's my boy. That's my main artist that I work with. One Take J, Easy Chike. I got a bunch of songs with Kaylin for real.
Okay.
Shoreline Mafia.
Okay.
Let me see. YG, G Perico.
You tapped in.
You are.
It's a bunch of people I'm forgetting.
Wow.
But yeah, that's one of them questions. If you probably ask any producer, it's like them 2 questions. Is like, who have you worked with? It's like one of them things where it's like I could never tell you everybody off the top of my head. It's like hard. You feel me? But yeah.
All right. I have a question because I think it's like closely related. So basketball players, they take like hundreds of shots every day. And they probably lose count of how many shots they take in like throughout the course of like a month or X, Y, and Z, like during practice and shit like that.
Right.
How many beats do you think you've made like since you started? Or how many beats do you make per week where you just like that you go through, run through and
per week,
stuff like that?
It's changed a lot. I remember when I very first started, making beats took so long. I remember I had like this old computer at my house, and it was like my dad's computer, but he had gave it to me, and I had like 12 beats on there. And it was like I had the computer for like a year, but it only had 12 beats on it. But to me, them 12 beats was hard as hell. It was the hardest beats. So I saved them on this little flash drive. Them was my only 12 beats, but they were so hard. And like I ended up breaking the flash drive.
Okay.
But like it was like I started making them real slow, and then it got to the point where I was making more, like I was making 5, 10 beats a day. I think one day I did like 40 beats in a day, something ridiculous like that. And then I started taking my time more, really like thinking shit out. I went through like a lot of different phases. Now I'm at a point where I do like 3, 4 a day. But like in my entire life, I could probably give you a rough estimate because I've gone through so many computers. In every computer, I have a decent number of like how many beats were on it. So like my first computer, I told you it was 12. My second computer, I had like 60 beats on there before it crashed. My third computer, I had like 840 beats. My fourth computer, I had like 450 beats. My current computer, I got like 300 beats.
And out of those beats, how many do you think is like a hit? Like how many have you kind of sold or kind of go?
Well, at the time, I thought everyone knows. When you're doing it right there, it's like, this is it.
The streets gonna love that.
Yeah, this is it. This is it.
Yes, sir.
And then it's crazy because like you listen to it right there, and it's the hardest shit ever. And then like a couple years go by, I actually went to my mom's house not too long ago. And she still got the old dusty computer in the room.
Oh,
I could
wow.
plug it up. And all the old beats is on there, 2012. I could see up the dates and everything, pull them up. And I'm listening to them like, oh, these are bad. Like, horrible. Horrible. Just all bad. But yeah, it's...
Wow. How does it improve your confidence knowing that your beats have gotten so much better since then?
Well, my confidence has grown just from like being hands-on with artists. Being in studio sessions and shit like that. Like, at first, I didn't have much confidence. Like I said, I wasn't playing my music for nobody. And then I started going to the studio. My boy Rucci, he stole one of my beats off YouTube.
I heard the story. Go ahead.
I was putting beats on YouTube. It was this weird thing I started where like I was making beats for a long time. And I finally got to the point where I thought I was pretty good. Then I just threw one on YouTube.
Is that how y'all met?
Yeah. I threw one on YouTube, and it got like 200 views. And I was the kid that was DMing everybody, check out this beat, check out this beat, check out this, spamming. Everybody comments. I did that. It got like 200 views, and I thought that was crazy because at the time I didn't even have social media. I didn't have Twitter or Instagram, so I just put it on YouTube. And then the next day, I uploaded another beat, and it got like, I think like 1,200 views.
Dang.
And I was like, whoa. So I started posting every day. I posted every day for like 7 months straight. And then that's when the confidence grew, to answer your question, because like the comments and people started to mess with it. And then I got this one beat that went, I would say, viral. It's at like 1.2 million on YouTube right now. That's the one Rucci stole. And like I heard it on somebody's Snapchat story, and I got mad because I'm like, this is my beat.
That's mine.
Yeah, somebody stole this. So I pressed, and then I ended up liking the song, and bro ended up becoming my friend. And then that's when I started going to the studio, and just being in the studio, you build confidence because everyone's telling you like, you know what I mean, that's hard, keep going, you know what I mean, giving you advice, feedback, and you just grow like that. You know what I mean, hands on.
For sure. So how much time in a day do you spend making music, and then what other parts of your day is like catered to other things? Or
I wish I could spend more time making music. It's crazy because I'm in the most of the time when I make music, I'm in the studio. I don't even make music at home much anymore. I'm in the studio like every night, probably from like 10 or 11 p.m. to like 6 in the morning. So like probably I would say every night is an exaggeration.
So you work a graveyard shift?
Yeah, like probably like between 2 to 5 days a week, every week. You feel me? Like, so it feels like every night when you're in there all night. You feel me? So most of the music I make is in the studio, right there in front of the artist. But if I get free time at home, I'll knock a couple beats out. But I do spend a lot of my day just doing regular stuff, living life.
that's good.
Yeah, just being out. I'm going to a picnic today. You feel
Okay.
me? Regular Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do. I don't spend too much time on music, but I think I spend enough, you know.
Outside of music, what are some more of your interests?
That's crazy. I used to play basketball real heavy. I used to hoop.
So he's a hooper turned producer?
Yeah, I retired. I thought I was going to the league.
Okay.
But, you know, I got to high school. I got to Westchester. I went to Westchester, you feel me? In middle school, I was nice. You feel me? I was able to compete. High school, niggas was like 6'5". It was too much. I was like, oh, no. I was nice, but I just wasn't nice enough.
Okay.
You feel me? So I was like, nah, I'm not hooping no more. And then I was just so in love with music. I was doing that shit every day. So it was like, it took over my life, really.
That's incredible.
That's dope.
So you said music, sports, anything else?
What else?
Cooking, traveling, stuff like that.
It's crazy. I'm really like, I don't know. I used to be into all types of shit. Cause like, before I was doing music, I was like, in like photography. I used to carry a camera around school. And then
That's true. Because the locals video that you guys have up, every time I show it to people, he's the one who edited the video. Every time I show people the video, they're just like, bro, who edited this? Like, this is incredible. I was like, Romo did it.
Yeah.
They're just like, wow, that's incredible. Like, you're really talented at that. Like,
Yeah.
how did you get so...
I don't even remember
The fight
what it
video.
was.
Y'all know what video I'm talking about.
Oh, he did that?
Yeah.
I think it was between like 8th and 9th grade. I don't know why I saved up like $400, and then I was like, man, of all the things I could have bought, I just bought a camera. And my dad was mad. He's like, why the hell would you buy a camera? Like, you have a phone, like, you idiot. Like, you spent $400 on a camera. I just bought a camera. And I started taking pictures with it, got good with it. Like, because I'm the type of person, when I get something, I really get into it. So I'm watching all types of videos. I know about aperture and shutter speed. Like, I'm really becoming a photographer, low-key, right? And I started taking my camera to school every day just on some bullshit, taking pictures of everybody. You feel me? And then from there, I learned Photoshop. I learned Premiere Pro. I learned how to edit. I started doing graphics and shit. And then when I started doing my music and putting beats on YouTube, that's how I was like creating my own graphics.
Hey,
That's hard.
yeah.
Self-sufficient machine.
Yeah, and that's how I like started doing my whole shit. But yeah, I was into like photography and graphic design. I used to draw a lot. Like, I was really artistic. I just chose music because for some reason I just couldn't stop doing it all the time. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I didn't know that you were like that passionate and that good, but that just shows how you're really passionate about anything you do.
And you
So
sound
that's incredible.
super creative. Like, what do you think in life kind of like made that happen? Or do you think you was born that way? Or what kind of like influenced your creative side?
I was just bored. I was bored, and I was just bored. Like,
Yeah, when you're bored, you have a lot of time to
You're only child.
Crazy. No, I'm not an only child. This is the crazy part. I got 2 brothers, right?
Oh yeah, you have said that.
I got 2 brothers, but I'm the youngest. You feel me? So one of my brothers is like in his 30s,
Gotcha.
and the other one is like 25, 26, probably older.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay.
You feel me? So when I was in high school, from like the age of like 15 to like 18, my grown brother was like 30, he's gone. And then the other one is in college, he's all the way out of state. So I was home alone like all those years, right? So I'm just sitting in the room bored, like just figuring shit out. And like, I was the type of kid, like I just loved like computers. Like, I had a laptop and a desktop in my room, you feel me? So I'm just sitting on the computer all day, looking stuff up, like how do I make a logo? Like, how do I make a shit? Like, I'm gonna download Photoshop. Like, I was just bored, just figuring shit out, you feel me? So it was just boredom.
Dang, that's crazy how you can learn anything on YouTube now.
Exactly. That's
Like,
what
you
I'm
can
saying.
really be
Like,
self-made
just look
from
some
watching.
shit up. You could do anything. Just look it up. Take the time. You got a computer. Sit down. Learn some shit. It'll be complicated at first, but like, just sit there, figure shit out. Like, all these programs is the same. You feel me?
Well, you sound like you have the mentality for it. Like, you just a go-getter in general. Many people are not going to have your mindset, to be
Yeah, I mean, it takes some patience. Like, when I first opened up FL Studio, the program that I used to make music on, it looks really complicated at first. Like, anybody will open that up and just be like, oh, hell no, I can't do this.
That would be me.
But, like, I
I
just
sat through
broke...
some sections and I'm just like, what?
That would be me. I'm not
How
even
much
going to
is
lie.
Yeah, but I was, one thing that, like, something I do whenever I'm faced with something is like I break it down into smaller like problems. But I'll never say I break it down into smaller shit. So like with the music thing, it looked complicated, but I was like, all right, first things first. How do I open a sound down?
Okay.
So I just went on YouTube. I was like, how to open the sound on that? Boom. All right, boom. Now I know how to open the sound.
Okay.
So I'm like, boom. Next. Now, how do I right? And I'm just learning each little step I learned. Then I'm like, how do I learn how to sample? Look how to sample on FL. Then how to mix on FL Studio. How do you mix beats? You know what I'm saying? How do you arrange beats on FL Studio? I literally just everything that I wanted to learn, I looked it up on YouTube, and just it got to the point where I knew how to sample everything. I know how to make LA beats. I know how to make West Coast. Trap beats. I know how to make samples. I know how to do R&B. I know how to. You feel me? I just look it up and learn, and just take the time and just spend time with it. You feel me? And figure it out.
Why do you feel like that part of the process when it comes to getting the music out is so underappreciated? Because like you see a lot of producers not really getting the most any love, even though like they're very, very talented and like integral part of the process.
And I want also add into that question, if it's not too much, what is your thought process like? What are you going through when you don't get the recognition that you kind of deserve? Like,
Or
what's
do you
your
know? Yeah, do you know how producers like what are producers thinking when?
Yeah,
I know it's a common occurrence.
So to answer your question, sometimes I get mad. One time I sometimes I go off on Twitter. I popped off on this one blog. They posted this song that I did, right? And the song went up. It said like 400,000 views on YouTube. And they posted the song and they're like, yeah, this song is going crazy, da da da. Shout out to Woo Woo Wop, and they adding people. And I'm like, y'all didn't decide to add the producer. I produced this record, so I tweeted that, and my tweet got a few retweets or whatever. So sometimes we get a little upset, but producers have been getting cheated for a long time. Like, it's something that's been going on for a minute, especially when you're starting out. But nowadays with the internet, there's so many ways to be on top of your business, you know what I mean? Like, back in the day, I don't even know how it was back in the day, but if you sold a record, just imagine when there's no internet, if you sell a beat to someone, or you sell a record to someone, there's no way to gauge or track how you get paid on the back end or even on the front end, like, you feel me? But now with the internet, all of my shit is copyrighted, it's all owned by me, it's all tagged, so like I'm making sure that I'm getting my revenue on anytime somebody upload my shit on YouTube, I get my money or whatever. And I got a website, you can go and buy a beat, the money goes straight through. So like, just being on top of the business and everything, making sure everything is, you feel me, set up, you can make sure you get paid and have everything in order, you feel me.
Another thing I was telling some of my co-hosts and like people in my life, I felt like once we had the idea of this show, getting producers would probably be the easiest because they're very underrated, very underappreciated, and like for the most part, there's a lot of people who know your beat, like who listen to your music across the country, but they don't know what you look like.
Exactly.
So,
and I low-key like that about being a producer. That was one of the things that made me interested in it, because I was like, yo, this is hard as hell. I could be the guy that produces the number one song in the, like, just think about it for a second. What's your favorite song right now?
Right now,
Just off the, like, or just a song that you love.
Song I love.
Arco. Do you know who produced it?
No.
You feel me? So it's like, it's niggas that's produced songs for Drake, platinum plaques, millions of dollars, publishing checks coming in, and you have no idea who they are. They could walk in here, and you wouldn't even know. You feel me? Like, that's a dope
So
part.
you like to be low key?
I like the fact that I don't have to perform. I don't have to be on stage. I don't have to go on tour. I could just get my money, get my plaques, get my deal, sit back. You feel me? I get to chill with Drake. I get to chill with all the rappers. And you feel me? Like, producers being hard. You feel me? Like, that's what I was like, oh, hell yeah. This shit is hard as hell. Like, this is what I want to do for sure.
So I'm assuming those are like some of the things like you look forward to when it's
absolutely
like, producing
Grammys, plaques, platinum records, all that type of stuff.
What's your biggest goal? Like your biggest goal in music?
My biggest goal, I don't know. I really want a plaque. I feel like that's a big goal, but I feel like it's super attainable right now. You know that song,
Like, what do you think?
that Uno, Dos,
That shit happened.
Mhm.
that shit went gold. You feel me?
Alright, he got a plaque
That's
for that?
just a regular LA song. You
Yeah,
feel
I
me?
mean-
Like we play that at all the
Wow.
parties. That
Bro,
shit went
Jerry's
gold.
high school, they love that shit.
So I'm like, bro, if
Hard.
these LA niggas, like, we really are making noise out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For me,
So it's like, bro, I could get up, like, the artists that I'm working with, we could easily go gold if that's, you feel me? So I'm like, yo, a
that
plaque
shit went
is,
gold.
yes, that shit went gold, you feel me? So
That shit
I'm
went like, I wouldn't say regular LA song,
Yeah.
but that's like
But it
regular LA
is,
heat.
it
it's like,
is.
went up. So I'm like, yo, a plaque is nothing.
Very
You probably
attainable.
get that within the next year.
Definitely.
So I'm thinking bigger.
You're
I'm
trying to
thinking
buy
I want a
artists,
deal.
yeah.
I want a crazy deal. You know what I'm saying? I want the Grammys, the awards. I want all that.
Yes.
For sure.
Those are some big goals. Those are lofty goals, but you're
sure.
already on the right path. Like,
For sure.
you're only 21. You're surrounded by some of the top artists in Los Angeles alone. So,
Yeah,
and this is a big city. So,
yeah, for sure.
you're making the right moves. That's incredible.
Was there ever a time in like your career path where you was like, dang, I cannot do this? And what kind of put you back on track?
I get discouraged sometimes. Like, I don't know. I'm super competitive. So like, I'm always comparing my shit to everybody else's shit. So like, sometimes I'll be hearing people's shit and I'll be like, damn, like, but I just keep going. Like, I feel like if you just keep going, like, your shit just gets better. Like, when you look back at how much you've grown,
People are
It's
literally
like-
scared of the process.
yeah, like, you
True.
get so much better. So it's like, bro, just keep grinding. You feel me? And honestly, I really like I said, I'm super competitive. So I'm looking at everybody, and I feel like I'm like, you know what I mean? Like,
Top dog.
yeah, like, you know what I mean? Not in like an arrogant type of way, but like I feel like I'm ready for the industry.
Very
You
confident.
know what I mean? I feel like I'm super ready for the industry. I don't feel like I need much more like. I mean, obviously there's always room to grow, but I feel like a lot of people are like still in the like learning. I feel like I'm more polished. I'm more, you know what I
So
mean?
you feel like you're Jason Tatum coming out the draft.
I
Where
just
anybody
feel like
picks
I'm-
me, it's on.
I feel like I'm ready for the, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm just ready. I'm
that's,
ready.
that's a great way to think. Like, a lot of people don't have that mentality. That
I'm
dog
ready.
in them. I mean,
I'm super ready.
get
So
up in the industry and tear it up.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, you're like I said, and I've seen this on like multiple artists because I watch a lot of interviews with artists, and that ones in LA just keep talking about like this time right now is like no other. Like it seems
Yeah,
like
we're
everybody.
You
crazy.
have to go after your dream. I feel like
Yeah.
this is your time. If you miss this little gap, you're gonna be the next wave.
Yeah, like they got a lot of artists, and like all these artists that I'm seeing say this are people you've worked with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even like all like you said, everything you want is obtainable.
For sure.
So all these artists around you are blowing up.
yeah.
So
Would you consider yourself a perfectionist, like with making beats or just in life?
Hell yeah. Too much.
Yeah.
It's crazy because Mozzie manager just hit me up and was like, we're working on the album, send some beats in. So when he first hit me up, I rushed, grabbed my computer, sent him like,
it was like that meme where shit.
I rushed to the computer, I sent him like 12.
So you still get excited about email, like hit ups like that and emails? and
I
stuff
get
like
excited about emails, but here's the thing about emails. I hate emails. I hate emails for two reasons. A, because when you're an artist, you're getting flooded with thousands of emails every day from a bunch of producers. And most of those emails are getting overlooked. Or most of those beats they probably listening to them through the phone and being like, oh, you feel me? I want you to really listen to my shit, you know what I mean? So I'm much more type to want to get a relationship with the artist and make music in person. So I hate emails. But for the Mozzie situation, I got kind of excited for the email. So I'm like,
sure.
okay, I'm going to email this dude. I sent him like 12 beats. He fucked with a few of them. And then he's like, okay, we need more. So I'm like, shit. And like I said, I'm a perfectionist. So I'm sitting here working on this beat for like the longest of time, trying to get it right. And I'm like, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, when it comes to the beats, I'll spend hours on one just to get it right. But then there are some beats that I make in like 5 minutes.
Sure.
Did y'all see DJ Mustard's post where he was basically asking producers to send in their top, best beats? And I know a couple of people who sent their beats in. Did you?
I for
send
sure
any?
texted
You
DJ
did?
Mustard. He did not reply. He did
For
not reply.
sure.
I'm mad at bro.
Oh, he didn't
I'ma keep it
reply.
real. I'm mad at bro. Yeah, everybody sent it to me. He posted on Instagram like, I'm feeling generous right now. All
Yeah.
producers, text me. Here's my number. Send me your best beats. So I responded within 10 minutes of the post. Like, let me send
He
this.
probably
nigga.
got 2,000.
He got
Yeah,
he got
Oh me, no. Let me. So I'm like, all right. I saved him in my phone as DJ Mustard and everything. I'm excited. I'm like, nigga, text Mustard. I text him. I sent him the beats. They didn't even deliver or nothing. I'm like, bro, this is fake. This is. So I called the number. I'm mad. I'm like, Mustard, this is some bullshit. Like, I call it. It says this person's inbox is full.
Oh.
This is after 10 minutes,
It's
bro.
ugly.
I'm like, man, I was finna tweet him too. Like, Mustard, this is some bull. Like, you lied.
What are
I was
people's
mad.
chances?
But I for sure hit him up, though. I for sure hit him up.
Dang.
Last question. What's your favorite song that you produced on Rucci's album?
Can I give you 3? Can I give you
Yeah.
2?
Yeah, you're your top 2.
Okay. Can I give you 3? I gotta give you 3.
Give me whatever you want.
Okay.
Give me whatever you want.
Racks to Riches for RJ.
Okay.
The song that I'm on. Get Away. And fuck, I like the whole album, but I'm gonna do fuck. Oh fuck. I just wanna ball.
For sure, for sure.
That's
All
my
right.
3.
Honestly, thank you so much for being here today because this is something we've tried to set up
Sure, I had fun.
multiple times. Yeah. So
This is
before we let you go, I'm gonna put you in a hot seat. I mean, it might get crazy. Just to warn you, if it's ever too hot or just like you don't feel like answering it, that's okay.
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. Do what you gotta do.
For sure.
All right. So first question we're gonna go with is, what was your first job?
I worked at FedEx. I was a package handler. I made $11 an hour. And I was the best motherfucking package handler there too. On me. Cause at FedEx, every truck
I know.
gets different traffic.
I
They
know.
put me on the hardest truck. On me. I was good. I quit though.
Favorite song of all time?
It's probably a Kendrick Lamar song.
You're a fan?
Super fan.
That's dope.
Describe your type of girl.
I ain't got no type. I like all women. Okay, one small, it's not even a big thing, it's a small thing. I would prefer you not to be taller than me. But I'm 5'10", so. But like, I've dated girls that were like my height. But like anything else, light skin, dark skin, skinny, I really don't care as long as you're pretty.
All right.
Dumbest thing you feel like you've done while under the influence of green?
Green.
Yeah.
It was a combination of the green and the alcohol. Can I tell you that story?
Yeah. I was there that night.
Yeah, I was at this party. It was like my first time getting super ridiculously drunk. I was just taking a bunch of shots, put my head down on this couch, and then it was just over with. I put my head up and I just threw up, fell asleep on the
Pants are
couch.
down.
Yeah.
His pants are
Homie-
falling down. His
the
homies was clowning
the
him.
homies picked me up, threw me over the shoulder. Like, let's go,
Oh,
we're
you
going
have
to
to
the
go
car.
over the shoulder?
We're going to the car, hurry up. And then he got tired and was like, man, and I'm just in the street. Everyone's put me on Snapchat. It was bad.
Oh.
It was bad experience. I can show you the video after
It
this.
was bad.
I'm
It was real
I'm messing
bad.
around. I'm messing around.
Last DMs you slid into, and what did you say?
Fuck. That's the I'm not saying it too. Honestly, I'm super like when I slid the last DM I slid into, it was probably a female, and I probably asked for a number, and she probably said yeah.
Sure. Under the confidence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't slide into the DM unless I know. If I don't take shots, I can't make. You feel me?
That's what's up.
What's your go-to line when you trying to get at a girl?
In person or in the DM?
Let's do
Yeah,
both.
let's do both.
In the DM, I don't just DM girls. I usually react to the story. I'll probably get cool little reactions to the story. You feel me? In person, it's usually like, oh, what's up with y'all? What's your name? Something like that. And something I've been getting into recently is Zodiac. I'm not super into the Zodiac, but I'll just be like, when's your birthday? And that's a super cool conversation. Like, oh, you a Virgo? Oh, that's crazy. And then, you feel me? That's something that I've just been, but I'm not into the Zodiac shit at all. That's just a conversation thing. You feel me?
Sure. Last question.
Did you ever participate in egging as a child or adolescent?
The homies did. I tagged along on occasions, but I was a good kid. I didn't do any illegal activities.
That's what's up.
For sure.
That's what's up.
So, once again, Romo. Oh, yes. Just want to
sir.
thank you for joining us today on the Jump Off. As I said before, this is something we're trying to make happen for a while. My name is Michael. This is Raj. That's Jig, and we're the Jump Off Los Angeles. Stay tuned. We got more heat coming, more interviews, more content, more bloopers, more pictures, more everything you want.
All that.